Hello everyone, Laura K. Buzz here, and I have just finished playing through Carrion. This is one of the games that Devolver Digital has been sort of hyping up the last couple of years during its directs, and basically it's a horror game played in reverse. You are the monster. You gotta fight your way out of the lab containing all the humans. You are presumably some kind of specimen, it seems, and you got out. And you just want to get out of this base, and the only way to get out is eat all the humans and add their meaty matter to yourself. So yeah, I had a really fun time playing Carrion, in spite of some notable issues that I think you need to know if you're going to try and play this game. First of all, up front, when Carrion is being what you're seeing here, it's just do a good murder simulator. It is incredibly fun. It is really easy to move your big meaty tentacle beast around in the grand strokes. It moves very fluidly around levels. If you're playing on console, you use the left stick to move around, use the right stick to aim your prehensile tentacles to sort of drag stuff into you. If you grab someone, stick them in your mouth, keep going. That is the gist of it. I will say the Carrion beast doesn't control terribly well in terms of small movements. It's very good at big, sweeping, fluid gestures. If you're trying to sneak around a corner, you have to be very, very, very light on your sticks. And the larger this beast gets, sometimes the more unwieldy it is trying to get it into very small, specific, tight spaces. It was never enough to stop me enjoying the gameplay, but it's just like, it's a little thing to be aware of. This creature works much better at big, grand strokes, but, yeah, this is the part of the game that I found the most fun, is going around murdering things, and while you do so, basically just, it's power fantasy. You are overpowered, you murder a bunch of stuff, it's great. The other section of this game, which we're kind of showing off here, is, I don't want to say it's a Metroidvania, because in terms of trying to make actual progress through the game, you're very rarely required to backtrack. You can backtrack, because you will get new abilities for your beast, and you can backtrack to unlock secret collectibles you can find around the world as a result, but you are essentially just moving forward. But it is puzzle exploration gameplay that is gated by character unlocks you get. So There's abilities like this one that you'll see here, which is you can extend one of your tentacles, stab it into a human. Now you play as the human, and you can get them to shoot people or the such. A lot of these puzzle-solving sections, some of them are fine. Like, as you saw there, I had to be a certain size, shoot a web, pull a lever. That's totally fine. And we're about to see another little bit of puzzle-solving here where I have to manipulate this human to pull a lever, which is going to drown him, so that I can go around and open a hatch to get back up. I don't mind that this game has puzzle exploration sections. What I will say is that sometimes the video game doesn't do a great job of making it clear what is interactable and what isn't, which can make some of the puzzle exploration sections get a bit confusing. There were several times where I just got stuck for maybe 20 minutes at a time, like, where am I supposed to go? Where am I supposed to go? Oh, that bit of wall was... I could have ripped off the wall. I just didn't see that existing at all. Additionally, and I get why they've made this design decision, there is no map in this game, because you are not a human, you are a big, fleshy meat blob, and you're not the kind of creature that's going to sit and carefully look at a map. However, a lot of these environments look very similar, and there is no big progression arrow to go, hey, look, overall progression is that way. You'll sometimes get signs that will post you to, here is where a, doorway between areas is, but it won't tell you whether that's the last area or the next area. It's quite possible to get lost for pretty big chunks of time if you lose your bearing. And honestly, that's been my biggest problem with the game, is it's really fun when I'm just sprinting into a room, eating everything, getting out. It's less fun when I'm just wandering around in circles because it's like I just cannot work out where progression is. I cannot work out where I need to head to keep going. Like, I wish they'd suspended the, had a little bit of suspension of disbelief and gone, you know what? Fine. I know it's unrealistic, give my creature a map so I can work out where I am. It's mainly an issue because it breaks up the pace, because when you're doing either very simple puzzles or murder sections, this game is incredibly fast-paced. It's wonderful. I'm about to lose this section you're watching here because I just sprint in way too gung-ho and I don't, make enough of an effort to abduct these things and make sure they're probably dead before I go. But, like, see, stuff like this. This is where the game is at its best, where it's just... Yeah. I was just gonna say, as you saw there, you are very vulnerable as this beast. You either need to kill everything very fast, or you need to do it stealthily. You cannot... If you go in gung-ho, you cannot waste any time not murdering. But yeah, like, this is the general overall pace of the game, and then to have 20 minutes of I can't work out where the doorway to continue is frustrating, and it really breaks up the pace of, what is otherwise a very well-paced game. Yeah, here you'll see me be slightly more stealthy. This is not the best section of gameplay to show, but I like it because I use cobwebs to shoot some people against the ceiling, which is an ability I don't think I've shown off elsewhere, but yeah, usually progression will require you to actually eat the things. You can't just sneak past all the time. Yeah, that's Carrion. I've enjoyed it very much, even if I feel like it, getting lost in this game is a bit of a problem and kind of screws up the pacing sometimes.